In a charming, sun-dappled village nestled on the edge of a vast and ancient forest, two adorable chicks named Lily and Leo hatched on a crisp, dewy morning. Their fluffy yellow feathers shimmered in the golden sunlight, and their village was their entire world. They were inseparable, and their adventures were usually limited to the quaint gardens and meadows of their home. One bright morning, their curiosity got the best of them, and they decided to venture a bit farther into the forest. Their cozy village had always been a safe haven, and the forest seemed like an exciting place to explore. Little did they know, the forest held mysteries and dangers they could never have imagined. As they delved deeper into the forest, chasing after colorful butterflies and the distant calls of birds, the chicks quickly lost their way. The trees grew tall and ancient, and the forest floor became a maze of shadows and tangled undergrowth. Panic seized them as the realization dawned that they were truly lost in the wilderness. Unbeknownst to them, a cunning and ever-hungry wolf named Wilbur had been lurking in the shadows. He had seen the two chicks venture into the forest, and his eyes gleamed with hunger. With stealthy movements, he followed their tiny footprints, closing in on his unsuspecting prey. Lily and Leo, now gripped with fear and uncertainty, huddled together, their tiny hearts pounding with fright. They knew the forest held many dangers, but they had no idea how close the most significant threat was. Just when it seemed like all hope was lost, a clever and quick-witted rabbit named Robbie happened upon the scene. Robbie had been out collecting wildflowers when he heard the faint chirps of the lost chicks. He followed the sounds and discovered the trembling duo. With a warm smile, Robbie said, "Hey there, little ones. Seems like you've lost your way. Don't worry, I'm here to help." The chicks, eyes brimming with tears of relief, nodded enthusiastically. "Yes, we're lost," they chirped in unison. Robbie's ears twitched thoughtfully as he assessed the situation. "Don't worry, we'll find our way back to your village. Follow me," he said, his determination unwavering. Guided by Robbie's expertise and knowledge of the forest, they embarked on their journey back home. As they traveled, Robbie shared stories of the forest, its wonders, and the unspoken code of the wild, where animals often helped one another in times of need. The chicks listened with fascination, gaining not only a guide but a newfound friend. Unbeknownst to them, Wilbur the wolf had been trailing them discreetly, his eyes never leaving his potential meal. He was determined to have his two tasty snacks, and he waited for the right moment to strike. As they approached the forest's edge and their village came into view, Wilbur could no longer contain his hunger. With a sudden, furious charge, he lunged at the chicks. Lily and Leo shrieked in terror, but Robbie, ever clever and quick on his feet, hatched a brilliant plan. Just as Wilbur lunged, Robbie darted between a pair of prickly bushes. The wolf couldn't stop himself in time and crashed headfirst into the thorny barrier. Yelps of pain filled the air as Wilbur struggled to free himself from the prickly entanglement. Robbie dashed to the chicks and quickly led them to safety. With Robbie's clever move, Wilbur was defeated and his predatory intentions thwarted. Bruised and scratched, the wolf retreated into the forest, nursing his wounded pride. Lily and Leo, their hearts filled with gratitude, thanked Robbie profusely. "You're our hero," they chirped, their voices brimming with affection. Robbie waved his paw humbly. "It was my pleasure. Remember, even in the wild, there are friends to help when you need it." With Robbie's guidance, they finally arrived safely back in their village, where jubilant villagers welcomed them with open wings and paws. The chicks recounted their incredible adventure and the brave acts of Robbie, the clever rabbit who had become their hero. From that day forward, Lily and Leo never ventured too far from the village without Robbie's wise guidance. They had learned the vital lessons of friendship, trust, and the kindness of strangers. These lessons would stay with them throughout their lives, enriching their own adventures and stories to come.